You were fired from Apple when you were 30. Asked to come back when you were, what, 42?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think at that moment how sweet it is?
No, I thought at that moment, what a circle of life. Life is just always mysterious and surprising, and you never know what's around the next corner. So, well, as you may know, I was basically fired from Apple when I was 30, and was invited to come back 12 years later. So that was difficult when it happened, but maybe the best thing that ever happened to me. There wouldn't be a Pixar if that hadn't happened. And so, you move on, life goes on, and you learn from it.
You were fired from Apple when you were 30. Asked to come back when you were, what, 42?
Mm-hmm.
Did you think at that moment how sweet it is?
No, I thought at that moment, what a circle of life. Life is just always mysterious and surprising, and you never know what's around the next corner. So, I think all of us need to be on guard against arrogance, which knocks at the door whenever you're successful.
Have you lived through that?
Oh, sure. Oh, sure.
Think different is easy to say. I mean, it's just two words. It's easy to say, but much harder to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But it's a company of 10,000 people. How do you permeate the message throughout all the employees? What do you say to them?
Well, you permeate it by example, ultimately. And in other words, when something's not quite good enough, do you stop and make it better, or do you just ship it? And everybody watches to see how the senior management makes those decisions. And what we've tried to do is stop and make it great before we ship it. When we have problems, stop and fix them. And by example, you can say anything you want, but everybody watches very carefully when you're in a difficult situation, what decisions you make, what values you have. We see at Apple, one of the things we've always felt is that we want to stand at the intersection of technology and humanities. We want to bring the humanist element into these tools and not have them just serve our intellectual side, but have them serve some other sides of us as well. And so that's I think what we do particularly well. The whole computer industry wants to forget about the humanist side,
right,
and just focus on the technology. And a lot of our industry focuses just on more is better, more megahertz and megabytes and speeds and feeds, we call it. But we think there's a whole other side to the coin, which is, what do you do with these things? Can we do more than just spreadsheets and word processors? Can we help you express yourself in richer ways, in your music, in your movies, in your photography, and these kinds of things that people want to do?
I'm pretty committed to this, and seeing Apple turn around the company. I mean, I started the company with Steve Wozniak in my parents' garage, 20 years ago, and over 22 years ago. And so there's a definite place in my heart for this. I'm drawing a salary of, I think, $1 per year. So I hope I'm not burdening the shareholders too much, and I very much want to see Apple get turned around, and I think it's gonna. So I don't know how much more committed I could be. If people need these symbols, well, maybe that'll happen, I don't know. But my answer to them is, I don't know how I could be working any harder. And I mean, I don't feel my job is to win a popularity contest right now. I feel my job is to help the team at Apple do the right things to turn this company around so that it can really prosper again. And I think that's going to happen. Someone or some group of people that aren't going to like just about anything we do. But my job's not to win a popularity contest. I think it's what Apple stands for. It's a very rare thing in this world when a company can really bring sort of the right and the left brain together and say, we're about doing, the right things to make money in a successful business, but we also have the passion and the creativity and the inventiveness to push this industry forward and to work with our customers to take these tools in ways they've never been before to help them go change the world. And Apple has a track record of doing just that. And I think that's got a place in people's hearts. And I think Apple still has a lot of that. And we're going to get rid of a lot of the bramble and the brush around that so that can shine again. No, I think Apple has delivered some pretty good stuff. I think Apple's going to get back to delivering some great stuff. Somebody taught me a long time ago a very valuable lesson, which is if you do the right things on the top line, the bottom line will follow. And what they meant by that was if you get the right strategy, if you have the right people, and if you have the right culture at your company, you'll do the right products, you'll do the right marketing, you'll do the right things logistically and in manufacturing and in distribution. And if you do all those things right, the bottom line will follow. We're focusing our energy on the right product strategies, the right market strategies, the right communication strategies, the right logistics and distribution strategies. And the team is making, I think, very strong strides in these areas. And you'll start to see some of this stuff appear, in the next 90, 120 days. So I'm actually really happy about this.